Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video I'll be doing my first proper session carping of the year, which is surprising to me because we are over halfway through the year now. But here we go. So I'm at a lake in Wales and it's pronounced Pen-y-clawdd. That's it, Pen-y-clawdd. I'll leave a link to the description, how you can book it and everything like that in the description anyway. But we're here today. This is my actual second day here. I've done a night already. I originally set up on the far bank behind me over on peg 10. Didn't have much luck as I realised the fish were all down the shallower end, which is where I am now. So I moved late yesterday evening, came and set up here, done a night, and yeah, it's been fairly uneventful so far. I have had, well, 2 runs. One very late last night, sort of 1 o'clock in the morning-ish. Didn't really scream off, just the bobbin kept twitching. Lifted the rod up into nothing, unfortunately. And then I reset the rods this morning, put new rigs on, and I'll talk to you a bit more about that in a minute as to why. New rigs on, and I had a run within half an hour, and unfortunately that fish, without knowing the lake very well, the fish kited to the left and snagged me up, and unfortunately I lost it. But I'm still very hopeful. I've still got a whole night ahead of me and all of tomorrow essentially. So yeah, got my 3 rods out in positions. I'll talk to you a bit more about them again in a minute. Just talk to you a bit more about the lake, I suppose. So it's the highest lake in the country with 20 pound mirror carp in, or mirror carp above 20 pounds, closer to 30 actually, but it's 2,000 feet above sea level. Which is quite astonishing to me, to be fair. Essentially I'm on a mountain. It's a lovely little pool. It's 4.5, 5 acres I believe. Yeah, it's also got some beautiful perch in it. There's a lot of them and they go up to about £3. You can have a real good day perch fishing. So I'll stop the talking now and I'll let you have a look at the lake. So as you can see here, I've got my 3 rods out, one down to the left, one straight in front, and one down to the right hand side between 2 dead trees. And there's actually a bed of bloodworm there, and it does a lot of fish. So I've got put a bit of bait in there and got 1 rod over the top of that. So hopefully should have a couple of fish. One thing I have found out about this fishery through talking to the owner and people who have fished it, it does do most of its bites over beds of bait, and that's how, generally speaking, it fishes its best. So these are the rods I'm using. They're the Cadence carp rods in the 12-foot 3.5 pound test curve version. Very good rods. I've had numerous carp on them now. Had them for a year or so, maybe a little bit longer, and they've done me really well, to be fair. I've really enjoyed using them. They've got a really nice through action on them, which makes them great for casting, and they have got that strength that you need, but also enough to enjoy the fight and not just bring them in like tow rope, essentially. The reels are the same. They're the Cadence carp reels in the 7,500 version. They also have a very, very quick action, and by that I mean even when I've got a rod at that sort of distance, if I want to recast, if I want to bring it in, it does not take me long to get it to the bank. Very quick at getting the line back in, and yeah, all in all, I'm really impressed with all the gear, and it's my main carp gear. So I'm just about to get my middle rod back out, and I thought I'd show you a bit more about the bait I'm using. So I am using a bait boat. Just got the line in through there, and obviously because it's a long rig, I'm putting the lead in first. Got some krill boilies here. I'm just putting them in the back hopper because I know they'll come out because of sort of the shape and size of them. Back hopper, it covers the lead. Then just dropping the rig on top like so I know it won't get tangled. Now in the main hopper, in my bucket, I've kind of got a bit of a mix of bait. It's got a bit of everything in it. It's hemp, corn, krill boilies, krill pellets, and there's some crushed up tiger nut. And it's quite a sticky mix. I think I added a bit of water to it to sort of glug it up, get the flavour out of it. So it is a bit sticky. So what I'm doing is, just because I have had issues with the bait actually coming out the middle bit, so I'm just getting light, unstuck handfuls like that and just dropping it in. Like so I know it isn't stuck. Sometimes I'll try and get more boilies. Just like that. And I'll fill it as much as possible, as much as till I think I best not put any more in. One more little handful. That'll do. So there you go. There's a lovely little parcel of bait. I'll put a little bit sort of on top, just there, like so. Just a little bit because I know the rig will pull it down. Drop them back in there and I'll get the rod out. So I clipped up before I brought it in. I'm going to send it back out. I've got my marker on the far bank. It's a tree that just sticks above the field, so I know exactly where to take it. I tried to sort of get it in the same area that I had the run from, but because obviously I didn't clip up and that was more of just a lobbed cast. So the cast before this, I did try and get it in the same sort of area that I had the run from, but you can never be bang on in a situation like that. There we go, I'm on the clip. There we go, so I've dropped the rod in position now. I'm just going to bring the boat back. Well, here we go. A run on the right hand rod. I've got one on. Oh. And it's got me on the lily pads, unfortunately. What I'm going to do is, with this fish, just to be safe, I'm going to walk around here and play it past the lily pads. Just because I really don't want to lose another fish. Yes. Oh. He's in the net. He's a lovely fish. Oh. Give him a minute in the water and I'll get him up, weigh him and put it up to the camera. Right, so I've unhooked the fish in the water, got the net from underneath it, and now let's weigh it. The scales are zeroed. It is 19.3. Here we go. What a beautiful fish. £19 3 ounce of Wales mirror carp. It's almost a lin actually. When I flip around, you'll see scale pattern along the side. Easy. Really wide fish. Got a huge pair of shoulders on it. I'll flip her over. And there you go. There's that full lin pattern. Absolutely stunning. Let's get it back. So, despite nearly the water going over my wellies because of the silt, it's time to let her go. There it goes. Beautiful. Let's see if we can get another. So down to the rig. Now it's very straightforward, nothing complicated about it. I've got probably 1.5 to 2 foot there of tubing. This just when I'm playing a fish, if the line hits the side of it, especially when it's taking off, that'll hit the side of it, not the line, stopping, you know, fin damage and scale damage, etc, etc. So it's just more for safety of the fish. Down to standard lead clip that is safe, that can just pull off and that lead can slide straight out. If I just push that back in there. Down to a big ring swivel. The small bit connects into the lead clip nice and tight, and then I've looped to loop the rig on to the big ring. I probably got a foot of a hook length there. The reason I'm doing that is I don't have chods with me or anything like that, so I'm just using long rigs. When that lead sinks into the silt, there's probably that much showing, which is not far off standard length, and I've just got a simple shot there that's just, I did test it, it's just okay to just sit on top of the silt. And then I've got probably a size 6 Fang X hook there, knotless knot onto the hook, and then just a little white pop-up, and that's what's been doing me the bites. Now, what I will say is, when I tied that on, so I made the loop, pulled the hook down the other end of the line, wrapped it around, pulled it back through the eye. I had my hook bait on ready because I know I'm using the same hook baits because I know they work and I have good confidence in them. So I put the hook bait on first, then decided where I was going to stop the hook and then wrap the line round. So that is nice and tight to the hook. So I know if a carp sucks that in, it'll make sure that the hook goes in with it. That's all it is. Very simple. And the whole reason that I'm using a rig like this, beside from say a chod or something along the lines of that, is because I just wanted to showcase how simple it can be, and you don't need all these fancy things. As long as you have a rig and a bait that's presented, it will catch your fish. And that 19.3 mirror that I had proved that. Beautiful. Not as big as the last, but nonetheless, it's another lovely fish. Just steady that. It is. £11.10. Well, here we go. Second fish of the session. Just get some water on it. There we go. £11, 9 ounce, 10 ounce, something like that. Nonetheless, another lovely fish. This one really put up a fight. I was a bit worried my rod was going to go in, as you'll hopefully see from the take. What a fish. Quite a chunky one, this one. Quite short and stubby. Again, really wide. Got a proper pair of shoulders on him. Let's get her back. So, let's let this one go. There it goes. Just a reminder to all people carp fishing or fishing of any kind really. It's always extremely beneficial to have carp care with you. That fish had a little bit of damage to its mouth from the hook. So I applied some carp care to it before I put it back. It's very necessary, it helps the fish heal, and it's just better. Coming in nice and slowly. There he is. He's in the net. Oh, and he's still got a bit of energy in him. Another lovely fish. So here we go. Another lovely mirror. Just make that straight. £14. Well, here we go. Another lovely, beautiful, beautiful Welsh mirror carp. Very feisty one, this. Doesn't want to hold still. There you go, all £14 of it. What a lovely fish. The scale patterns on these are all so unique. It's nice to see. Every fish is different. No fish is the same. Like I said, no fish is the same. They're all unique in their own way. Again, really wide these fish are. Will definitely put on weight in the coming years. Beautiful. There it goes. So I'm going to show you exactly how I tie the rig. Very simple rig. All it takes, I've got a length of line here. This is probably 2 foot of line. Now the rig won't be 2 foot long, but it gives me a bit more to play with, and I don't have to be so precise thinking, you know, I need to do this exactly this length and exactly that. I can just do it how I want. So make a loop in the line like so. Make another loop in that loop and pass the little loop that's been made through that. And now this is going to be the hair. So I like to make the loop as little as possible. So the loop's through there. I'm going to pull that down, push the loop back through a little bit, and pull that tight. So that, just get the blunt end of the scissors there. That, once I've trimmed the tag end off, is a tiny little loop, and that will be used for the hair. Now what I'll do is just pop that there for a second. I've got my baiting needle ready and my pop-ups. So these are the krill white ones, the 16mm version. I have lots of confidence in these. I know white's a great colour for this lake, and I've also used them a lot and caught fish on them myself. So get that back, find the loop, pull that back down, and then just pull that back over. So there, pulled the boilie through, the loop's there. I've left enough at the top for me to just pull one of the bait stops off and just slide that through the pop-up like so, and pull that pop-up down tight on that. Now the pop-up's on, this is the fun part, this is putting the hook on. So got the hook ready, again size 6 Fang X, micro barbed. So I find the distance that I want, so the boilie near enough touching the top of the hook there. Hold them together and slowly wrap around. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I like to go around 8 times. Pass the line back through. Pull that tight. And now you've got the hook there, knotless knotted on, and that pop-up is sitting right above the hook. Absolutely perfect. Now I'll tie the other loop in the other end. This is where you can distinguish how long you want the rig. So for me, I want the rig about that long. So I'll do the loop there, go through, exact same as the small loop that I use for the hair, but obviously this one's a bit bigger. Loop to loop, put the loop through that one, moisten that down, and just pull it through. Now that, I'm putting a lot of force on that, and that's not going anywhere. It's very strong. If I can remember where I put the scissors, here we go. Trim the tag end off. And that is the rig. That's how simple it is. Extremely simple, nothing to it. Just to top it off, AAA shot, just mimic it there, so that's how high it'd be sitting. Bearing in mind I've got to make do with the silt. That's how high it'd be sitting. That is absolutely perfect. Bearing in mind, I think the shot just very, very slightly sinks into the silt. So it's actually probably sat up like that. That is absolutely bang on. And that is ready. Get my rig. Push the loop through. Get the pop up and the hook. Let that go through there. And this can be the awkward bit sometimes, getting the knot through. There you go. That's loop to loop on. That's a rig there. Absolutely perfect, and I'm sure that'll catch a fish. There we go. So that was a bit of excitement. It's currently 4:05 in the morning or something, and this is the second fish of a double take. Unfortunately, I didn't get the first take on camera, but I've got the fish in the sling, so I can get her up to the camera. It's lovely, really angry, sort of low double mirror. Lovely fish. It's like the others, the scale patterns are so unique. Just makes every fish different. Oh. There we go. Absolutely stunning. Let's get it back. So here we go. This was the first fish of the double take. If it wants to hold still, there we go. Proper scaly 17-pound mirror. There we go. What a fish. Absolutely stunning fish. Gave a brilliant fight. Can't really ask for much more, can you? Show the other side. There we go. What a brilliant fish. Let's get it back. This marks the end of an amazing session. I've had 5 fish in total, 9 runs. Unfortunately, I did lose 4. That's not to worry. The fish I've had have been absolutely amazing. I cannot recommend this place enough. I really cannot. It's been a brilliant 2 days. It's picturesque. It's in the middle of nowhere. You don't get bothered by anyone. I mean, I've been lucky enough to have the lake to myself, and it's been absolutely astonishing. The fish have been beautiful. The wildlife here is so unique. There's so many different types of animals to look at. It really is fascinating. So thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video as much as I've enjoyed filming it. And if you'd like to book onto this lake, I'll leave all the details in the description. Everything you'll need will all be there. And if you want any advice or any tips, you can either message the owner on the Facebook, or if you'd like to message me on my Instagram or Facebook for any tips or advice for fishing here, I'll leave those in the description as well. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next video.